You're listening to the voice 17104.com.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Rick's Place here at the Voice 17104. I'm your host, Alisar Roy Jr., and I'm here with Pastor Chris Thomas.
God bless you guys, sir.
The owner of the Voice and God's property.
Praise the Lord.
I'd like to start off with thanking Pastor Anthony Lewis for inviting me on his show, The People Speak. I had a nice time with the good pastor as we discussed certain ideas, certain developments, things past, present, and future. I like Pastor Lewis. Pastor Lewis takes the Bible, breaks it down. He's a good preacher. But I think his calling, his ability to understand his presentation to us, and for we to better understand the Bible, he's a good teacher. And that's very important. Understanding how words from over 2,000 years ago applies right to today. Pastor Lewis is able to show us that. I've had conversations with Pastor Thomas, and he can show you that. These are God's men. These are men and women preachers that are progressive. Because the Bible is a progressive book. Pastor
Yes, sir.
Anthony Lewis and I talked about that. You can read that Bible, the words of over 2,000 years, and apply them right today. Because it's a living document. And those men and women that have been called to the cloth are able to show you that. You just sit up here and I don't go to church because they be talking about something happened so long ago, I can't relate to that. Yes, you can. If it's presented properly, shown to you. Take the passage in the Bible, honor thy father and thy mother, so thou days shall be longer upon the earth. You think you can apply that? Yes, you can. Because look at the ones who dishonor. They have a terrible time. Some of them don't survive. Love one another as I have loved you. So Jesus told the disciples. We see failures of that every day. But it's in the Bible. And it was said many years ago, and it applies right today. That brings me to my topic. They want to close the barn door. Pretty sure you heard this before. When the horse is out. The mega people, listen to them. We want our country back. Back from whom? Who got it? The Chinese, Japanese, the Russians, the Germans. Who? You know exactly what they're saying when it went, but it's too late. Make America great again. When has it not been great? But you're always complaining about the southern border. They gotta stop this immigrant. I've been listening to that. I'm 70 years old. I've been listening to that over 50-some years. But see, it wasn't prevalent back then as it is today. Why is that? Because I'm saying people that you complain about crossing the border was working in the homes of celebrities, tending to their gardens, raising their children, cooking their food. As long as that was going on, well, don't talk too much about the people coming over the border. You had politicians that participated in that. But now all of a sudden, somebody somewhere in some think tank told you that the complexion of your country is changing. You said, what? Yeah. Well, you got the African Americans, you got the Hispanics, you got the Japanese Americans, you got the Chinese Americans. You have the Arab Americans. Yeah. And to think they did, in so many years, you're going to be the minority. They lost their minds. We want to make America great again. We want to take back our country. We want. Why? Because somebody somewhere told you that the people of color are going to outnumber you, which puts you in the minority. This is our country. No, it never was your country. You remember you came here on the Mayflower. Remember that? That's where your ancestors came from. And when they got here, this country was occupied. Come on, if we have to be true to ourselves. Stop lying to yourself. That's deceitful. I never knew nobody that deceived themselves. Now, we have some folks that run out there try to deceive others, but don't ever deceive yourself. Yes, there were people here. This land was occupied by the indigenous people, the native people of this land, the Indians. So when you want to talk about take our country back, when the Indians say that, you get nervous.
Bye-bye.
Take our country, but uh-oh. Then you want to say, wait a minute, Mr. Indian. Calm down. I'm in our country, me and you. And the African American and Hispanic American, us together. Then the African Americans look at you, Latino Americans. But see, now the immigrants is a problem. Now, and I wish I could blame this on Donald too.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because Donald is horrible. But all Donald did was stoke your fears. This started before Trump. Because it's always been here. Trump just exploited it. He just brought out what you was truly feeling. Told you don't have to be politically correct no more. Really? And now you want to do something about the Southern border. Well, you're trying to close the barn door. And the horse is already out. What are you doing? Not only did the horse get out, and you allowed this, to get out the barn, when he moved into the corral area, somebody left that gate open. So now the horse goes through the barn, from the barn, into the corral area, and out that gate, which is at the far end. I don't know if any of you ever been on a farm. I do assume that you have. But every time when I was a small guy, my Aunt Gladys and my Uncle Robert had a farm down there in Virginia. And we would go down in the summer, Wells go to North Carolina. But I remember the cows in the morning going out to pasture, and the evening coming back in. Remember going down and watching them milk the cows, farm hands, and Uncle Robert exposing me to all that, because see, I was a city kid. See, I didn't have to go to farm show and see no cow. No horse, no pigs, no chickens. So that is something. But they always made sure the barn door was locked. Be it the horses, the cows, when they go in their stalls. If not, you come out in the morning, cows everywhere. Horses everywhere. But somebody forgot to close the barn door. Well, now you trying to, politically, you trying to wound everybody up and put them back. Ain't nobody going back nowhere. Back where? That door been open for a very long time. Excuse me. Door been open a long time, folks. Yeah, the horse is going. Because you never went after the horse. Cows got out, they're everywhere. Now you want to protest and about the Southern border. It don't matter who the president is. Biden, Trump, Obama, Bush, one and two, Clinton. Ain't nobody solved this border problem yet. And we done had a bunch of Congresses. Congress changed every 2 years. They said, well, this immigration thing is a mess. Is it? Who made it a mess? And who continues to make it a mess? If you truly cared about the immigration situation, you'll fix it. Nobody can fix it, because if you fix it, you can't justify your existence. You see that on the job. Computer programming, they always fix it enough that it's guaranteed to break down again. There they go. 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, a year. They got to call you back. Why? It justifies their existence. Well, need him around because he got to fix what he should have fixed the first time. Yeah, they can fix the immigration problem. But see, now to fix it now, they wouldn't have anything to complain about. At least not that. And to fix it now, they're conceding that the horse is out the barn because the barn door was never closed. Now the horse has multiplied many times over. The original horse that got out the barn probably no longer lives. But he got a lot of siblings. Got a lot of grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And they're scattered about. When you talk about putting them back in the barn, they're not going back in the barn. In fact, someone wasn't even born in the barn. Reference to that, the DACA children. Talking about, well, we can't give them citizenship. They was born here. We got to send them back to their native country. What, you gonna send them to Stelton? They were born in America. So to send them back to their native country, if they live in Pittsburgh, you got to send them to Philadelphia. That's where you go send them. They were born here. You born on American soil, they should have been automatically citizens of the United States. The parents might have been undocumented, as you say, and then you give them a pathway to citizenship. Some of these people have been here 20, 30, 40 years, paying taxes, got driver's license, and they vote in the election. Why aren't they citizens? And the DACA children are already citizens. I don't know what the whole hoopla is about the DACAs. But see, that was part of Donald's stir you up campaign. I gave these DACA people. You mean Americans? Here we go. Trying to close the barn door and the horse is out. It's like Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a United States territory. And so how backwards this government is here. Do you know Puerto Rico can vote in the primary, but cannot vote in the general election in the United States? It's the United States there. They are considered United States citizens. Why can't they vote in the general election? What prohibits them from voting in a general election that don't prohibit them from voting in the primary? What scheme is that? There's a whole lot of things they can fix in this government. But all that MAGA, make America great again, and we don't take our country back and all that foolishness. Try bringing your country together.
Mm.
Try treating people with human decency and human respect. Try that. Nothing wrong with that. Try showing people you care about them, about their families, about their very existence. Try that. And you can make America greater. Not again. Great, and stop saying that, MAGA people. That's not even Trump's saying. You know where he got that? He stole that. Like he probably stole everything else. The first man to say that was Ronald Reagan. Your other hero, you remember him. The guy who was giving arms to the Contras and wanted Ollie North to take the fall. And you remember that scandal. Let me give you another fact before I leave here. When Ronald Reagan won the Republican nomination for president, you know the first place he went? Was in Neshoba County, Mississippi. Now, to those my age, you know exactly what that means. For you younger folks, Neshoba County, Mississippi, is where the 3 civil rights workers were murdered and buried in an earthen dam, all because they went down there. It's called Freedom Summer. Went down there to register Black folks to vote. When Reagan won the Republican nomination for president, he went down there to talk about home rule, states' rights. Neshoba County, Mississippi. Should tell you something. Ooh, this thing didn't start with Donald Trump. You'd be making a mistake if you believe that. It's always been here. You talk about change, positive change, and it has to be done, including all of the people, not just some of the people. Nice being here with you today. I appreciate it. Keep a smile on your face. Always spread much love to you, you know, and your fellow human being. Take care. Thank you, sir. Sir.